So today we went to the Vancouver-Vegas game. Um, I'll just give you guys some quick hits that I got from the game. Uh, Philip Home, he needs some work. He had a goal and an assist in the game. So on the score sheet, he looks good. But there were a couple times he fell down. There were a couple times that I thought that he missed his assignment. Jordan Subban, he had a highlight reel goal, which almost makes up for the fact that he kept pinching when he shouldn't have been. And it was Home and Subban that were partnered together quite a bit. I honestly think that a lot of what happened with the 9 goals was an overall collapse on defense and indifference. It just looked like the players were indifferent. I didn't get any passion out of it until maybe the third, and Archibald was the only one who had any seemingly real emotion in it, and he had that dirty hit in the first, the 5-minute interference call, which could have been called for something else. I was surprised he wasn't thrown out of the game, to be honest, and it was a dangerous looking hit that thankfully I didn't see anybody leave and on with medical staff. So as far as I know, everybody played the whole game for Vegas. Good Branson didn't play his way into anybody's hearts today. Ulevy didn't play his way into anybody's hearts either. Ulevy had an unspectacular game, which is fine, but considering the number of veteran players ahead of him, he needs to really stand out. He needs to be fantastic, and he didn't. Brock Besser did. I'm telling you, Besser, 2 goals and an assist, and I get it. The goalie for Vegas was Dylan Ferguson, who was a draft pick of the Dallas Stars this past June, who was then traded to Vegas. That kid looks okay. I honestly think Dallas could end up regretting trading Ferguson. And it's weird because, mid-round draft or late-round draft pick, goaltender, he looked good. He did. Vegas had a better team on the ice than Vancouver. They were faster, which is part of the reason why there were so many penalties called against Vancouver. When you're seeing interference and slashing and hooking and all this, the Canucks just couldn't keep up. So they were doing the slashing and the hooking and all of that to try to keep up with Vegas, and they couldn't. Shea Theodore looked good. Cody Glass looked good. Wong, of course, I believe he had a hat trick in the game. I think he had 4 points altogether. Looked fantastic. But Cody Glass, to me, looked good. And I honestly think that people who suspected he was going to make the lineup, they might be right. Nick Suzuki had a goal as well. Nice to see him playing in the lineup. And it was a good team in general. I think the biggest disappointment for me, Megna was okay. Megna had the 1 assist. Chaput. I didn't even notice Chaput was in the lineup until the 3rd period. I had no idea. I was like, I actually saw on the big screen. I was like, oh, okay, because I wasn't watching the big screen. I was watching the action on the ice, and I was like, okay, so Chaput is playing. Now, Chaput's not a premier player in the NHL, but against a team that's that full of prospects, and it's an expansion team, he should stand out. And when playing with a team that's mostly prospects, again, he should stand out. Megna kind of did. Besser definitely did. That was a fantastic game for Besser. Fantastic shot. That kid is deadly, and I am very hopeful that he makes the team. In net, when you allow 9 goals, probably not a good game, and it wasn't. Bachman was awful. At least 2 of the 5 goals he allowed, you can allow if you're going to be an NHL goaltender. Sadly, Thatcher Demko allowed 4 goals on 20 shots, and 2 of the goals he allowed, I didn't think an NHL-level goaltender would allow either. It's one preseason game. I don't put a whole lot of importance on it, but these are all guys, mostly all guys, who are looking to make an impression and make the starting lineup. With the defensive game that Goodbranson had, if he keeps that up through all of training camp, he could find himself as the number 7 defenseman. I mean, they're paying him a lot of money to be a number 7 defenseman, but he could end up there. Absolutely. If Philip Home can overcome some of the defensive deficiencies he showed tonight, and if he can just show that offensive side that he has, he absolutely could be the number 6 defenseman and bump Goodbranson out, and then bump Weirkoch down to 8th potentially. The thing is, I heard some boos from the crowd, and I heard fans in the stands as well saying, same old thing, same old thing, same old thing. This was not a team of NHL players. Most of the Canucks' best players are on a plane going to China, or by now they would have landed, but they were on a plane going to China for the 2-game series with the Kings. And again, I understand that Canuck fans want to say, this is it, throw their arms up. We suck again. And there are fans of other teams around the league who are going to be like, see, the Canucks, they still suck. They still suck. The only discouraging thing out of this is I don't know that any of the prospects I saw today are ready for full-time duty in the NHL. If Subban didn't pinch so bloody much, I would say, yep, absolutely, give him a shot at that point position on the power play. But he pinches so often. He plays that, and I've heard it said too, well, could he play forward? My answer to that would be no, because he doesn't have the physical size to be a bottom 6 guy, and he doesn't have the finishing ability of a top 6 either. So as a forward, he would be a disaster in my mind. But he's a defensive misadventure right now. And you get that beautiful goal, and with that beautiful goal, you get some brutal moves in his own zone. So it's kind of a 6 in one and half dozen in the other. For Vegas, things look bright. And I said when Vegas got their team, I basically said they didn't get the players that they could have. They didn't get all the best guys, but there was some talent there. And I didn't think that they were going to struggle like Atlanta did, or I'm trying to think here, like Ottawa did, obviously, or San Jose in their first and second. We'll see how it turns out, but I think Vegas is going to have a good year. I do. I don't think Vegas is going to end up ahead of Vancouver in the standings, because that's what people are going to say. But I think Vegas is going to have a decent year. I like the jerseys. I got a good close-up look at the new Adidas jerseys. I went into the Canucks store looking for Johnny Canuck. I didn't see him. We actually made a whole lap of the building, but it was after the game, so he may have been off work. He may have been gone. He's a subscriber to the channel. But we looked at the jerseys, and I'm still not a fan. I'm just not a fan of the new Adidas jerseys. I'm not a big fan of the material. I'm not a big fan of all the holes in the shoulders. I just, I get that they're lighter. I get that other people like them. I also don't like the black Adidas ball at the bottom of the jersey on the front instead of the big patch. I'm not a fan of the patch either on the Reebok jerseys, so there's that. So the sky's not falling. All I could think was that game today was so sloppy. It would have been fun to see the Sedins out there, because the Sedins probably would have had 4 points each. Probably would have been 8-8. But, that's just speculating on things that can't have happened and didn't happen. The other thought I had was, here we are watching a team that's only Canucks in terms of jerseys they're wearing. They weren't really the Canucks. And yet, there's no big break on ticket prices for that, which I find kind of weird. But, we got a deal on our tickets through Groupon, so there's that. Thank you very much for watching. You guys let me know what you thought in the comment section below. And if you're a Canuck fan, no, the world's not coming to an end. This was just one of those games, and people will forget about it by later. It was fun watching Vegas, though, for the first game ever, and I saw a Vegas jersey in person. Like, not just on the ice, but somebody was actually wearing a real Vegas jersey I saw after the game. They're not bad jerseys. I think I want the gray one, though. He had the white one on, and the white one to me is kind of plain. I really want the gray one. So, you guys let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.